Hey, this is Jeff Moeslein with the Measure Twice Home Improvement Podcast, brought to you by Legacy Remodeling. What do we got today, John?
We're going to be talking about doors today, Jeff.
Doors, huh? Like Jim Morrison doors?
No, but Robbie Krieger might join us eventually. Sorry if that was too
Not
deep of
Ray
a reference.
Manzarek?
No, we got to change it up. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about entry doors today, just we'll start it out simple and see, what sort of entry doors we cover and what's our, most popular doors, things like that.
I think entry doors really kind of, that goes hand in hand with windows. People buy windows. A lot of times they're looking to replace their doors. So we've been offering doors pretty much since the beginning, 38 years ago. And it's a product that we're very well experienced with. We have trained installers that put the product in for the customers. And we offer some really cool doors that aren't available through anyone else here in Pittsburgh. The HomeGuard door products that we offer are just a really great, unique product that have some great security features, some great durability features, and quite frankly, some great service features if there's ever a need to make a correction to the door down the road, which is one of the hats that I wear is the service guy. And so I really like to if I have to fix something, I like to make it as simple as possible for myself. And the products that we offer now, sort of hit all of those things.
That's funny. You brought that up. It's something we haven't talked about yet, how, we really enjoy staying in touch with our customers over the years, and you've sort of taken that upon yourself to make sure you truly do stay in touch with customers. When somebody has a service, you're often the person that shows up.
Yeah, I've got a toolbox and all of the other goodies in my truck, so if one of our products encounters a problem, any of the simpler services that don't require me to get up on a ladder or do something where I'm going to kill myself, I'm happy to jump in the truck and come out and fix them. So I fix a lot of our windows, I fix a lot of our doors, and it does give me a really good opportunity to keep a finger on the pulse of our customers.
Yeah.
Are we doing a good job for them? Are they happy with the work they're doing? What do they tell me about the salesperson that worked with them? What do they tell me about the installer that put their project in? And so being able to go out and do those services myself, I think really is a great way for me to make sure things are being done the way I want them to be at Legacy. It's its own weird version of like undercover boss.
I like that. That's great. So if you do have a service, if there's a customer listening, you might just see Jeff show up, and so we'll bring it back to doors here. So the HomeGuard are one of our door manufacturers that we use. They have some unique features you're talking about. One thing that I think really stands out is they have a full composite frame. So when there's any water infiltration, if something gets back there, you don't have to worry about your frame rotting, because you might have a nice looking door slab there and not realize that it's rotting around. So they've got that going for them, among so many other things that help them offer the lifetime warranty that they offer.
Well, I mean, you're right. Doors are one of the things that helps to keep the weather outside of your house. They're going to be sitting on your front porch. They're going to be sitting at the top of your steps, wherever that entry door is on your home, and it's going to get exposed to the elements there. It's going to get exposed to sunshine. It's going to get exposed to snow and sleet and rain and all this ugly stuff. And a lot of that moisture that gets there will run up against the bottom of it on the outside. And on a frame that's made out of wood, it's going to wick that water up and it's going to start to rot. The number of doors that we have changed over the years where that first foot and a half of the frame had just rotted out at the bottom is amazing. And the product that we offer, being a full composite frame, does protect that customer from having any kind of concerns that the frame of their door might rot out due to the weather, which I think is a really great feature. There's some other pretty cool things with the HomeGuard product too. They've got what's called the burglar guard in the frame. What the burglar guard does is it provides a solid steel housing for the lock to slide into when you lock and close your door, so nobody can kick out your door. It just gives you a much more secure door. And they also offer some other features that really maybe aren't quite as directly beneficial to the customer. They are, as I mentioned a little bit ago, just something that sort of makes the service guy happy. But if you're weather stripping across the bottom, the sweep rips, which over time they all do. This one can simply be slid on and slid back off, and you have a new sweep on your door. If the door stops operating correctly, one corner is rubbing or it's not quite closing square, I can actually adjust the individual hinges to get that door to work a little bit better. So there's a lot of features to it that are directly beneficial to that homeowner, but also beneficial to making sure that door can be serviced in a way that keeps it in a good operating order for many, many years.
Excellent. And so, what are some of the different door materials out there, and what might be some of the positives and negatives of those?
So, really nobody does wood doors anymore. I mean, you can buy them. You're going to be buying them from, some sort of a custom millwork to do that. There's just a lot of downsides to wood. I mean, it's beautiful, but it is something that expands and contracts and swells when it's, when there's higher humidity levels. And so that organic nature of wood, which brings a lot of its beauty, also brings a lot of drawbacks in terms of making sure that
as well.
Maintenance. Again, if it's swelling in the summertime due to humidity and heat, it may be difficult to open and close. If it's the opposite in the wintertime, perhaps it's letting too much of a draft through. So wood really isn't a material that's commonly used for doors, at least not on any kind of a meaningful scale. The vast majority of doors that are manufactured and installed in people's houses today are made of either steel or fiberglass. And they both have their pros and cons. Your steel doors are going to be very strong and very secure products, while maybe they are not quite as beautiful as a fiberglass door might be. In both cases, though, there are very good quality products out there. I think a lot of times it's just a matter of what are you looking for,
right,
and what does your budget look like. If you're looking for a solid color product, a red door, a white door, a steel door might be a great choice for you. It's going to be a long-lasting product if you buy it from a good manufacturer, and it's going to do all the things you want it to do. If, on the other hand, you want something beautiful, they make really, really nice fiberglass doors that now emulate the wood grain of an oak or a mahogany or a cherry, and then it can be stained in a variety of different colors, so you end up with the opportunity to really customize what your house looks like with a product that is not just beautiful but unique, because it's with the number of options you have out there with the glass and the hardware and the finish and all this other kinds of stuff, you can really create something that's individualized to your own tastes.
Right.
And so, again, to answer your question, it's primarily steel and fiberglass. I would point out that there was it's a steel product, but it's a little bit unique. It's something called stainable steel, which gives you some of the benefits of the strength of steel, but still allows you to have the look of a stained door. It's not quite as convincing as fiberglass, which, quite frankly, at this point, you really can't tell the difference from real wood. But they're a beautiful product, and they've got a definitely there's a niche for certain consumers where that makes sense. So it's steel, it's stainable steel, and it's fiberglass.
Great. This is something that we did on the last episode. We told people if they had anything that they had a question about and whether it was time to replace their door, their window, anything, send in photos. Send us an email, contact@legacyremodeling.com. We will take a look at that or any of your projects, or just send us stuff and we'll give you our second opinion or third opinion or whatever it might be. This is the Measure Twice podcast, and we can give you that second look at things for you. And I will just sort of tie that into with our windows and doors. When we have a design consultant out, they're gonna go and they're gonna take that first measurement. They're gonna use that to get an idea of pricing, of layout, and before we do anything else, if we are going to move forward with your job, we're going to send somebody back out on a remeasure, and we have remeasure techs that their job is going to be to go around to different customers and make sure that we have the right size.
We want that job to go smoothly. We want it to go right the first time, and we work really hard to make sure that's what happens.
Absolutely. And so, check back with us. Maybe we'll address some of your future projects. We'll, with your permission, bring up the photos, and maybe we'll be able to decide and show some of our viewers which ones moved forward and did jobs and which ones maybe weren't ready. Jeff, some of the other things that really make the HomeGuard door unique is the glass packages they have, some of the art glass. And I just want to talk about the really nice display that we have in our showroom. HomeGuard provided us with a really cool door. It's a beautiful fiberglass door with fiberglass, beautiful wood grain trim. And what they did is they mounted a TV in right where the glass would be, and it gives you a chance. If you wanted to come into the showroom, if you're thinking about windows, thinking about doors, it will rotate through the different glass packages and the different art glasses and stained glass that they do, because there are so many cool options out there, and you can take a look at what might work for you.
Round top and one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll bring that into that.
Okay.
Okay. Good call. Yeah. And so we've just really loved our relationship with HomeGuard. HomeGuard is one of the few companies out there that'll do round top doors.
Yeah, I mean it really does get my attention, because where we're located in the South Hills of Pittsburgh, there's a lot of older homes that have a round top for their front door, and there just aren't great options out there for how they replace that. We can get them a product that's going to look beautiful in there. And we can actually do a storm door or a security door like that for them as well. So if they're looking to have something like that, maybe they have a beautiful old wood door that they don't want to change, but they'd like to protect it better. We've got some products that can help them with that in terms of some round top security doors as well. So that's a great point. That's something that's available through HomeGuard, and really isn't something you can find too many other places at this point.
No, I mean, in a lot of these really cool historic old neighborhoods, it's something that I think is very useful for people. If you live in Mount Lebanon, if you live in certain areas of Dormont or Squirrel Hill, Shadyside, a lot of these different historic areas, we can help you out with some round top doors. And also, just want to give a little, shout out or pat on our back. HomeGuard recently nominated or actually awarded us.
That's right, their installation of the month.
The installation of the month, the beautiful round top door that went in the South Hills, I believe, and turned out beautiful.
That job went really nicely.
It's on our Facebook page. If you take a look at that, you could find the photo, and it's a product that we're really proud to be able to offer.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times people look at entry doors as something that they do when they need to do it, because the old one has gotten just so bad. But keep in mind, even if it's a functioning door, it may be decades old. It may be old technology that's not allowing you to get the energy efficiency you can out of it. It's not allowing you to get the ability to avoid maintenance on it. And I think one of the things that's really interesting to talk about is whenever I look at the cost versus value report in Qualified Remodeling magazine.
I was just going to bring that up.
The replacement of a door is one of the best returns on investment for a homeowner. So if you spend some money on putting a beautiful new entry door in your home, a new entry system, maybe with a transom over the top and side lights on it, that beautiful new door that you're going to get to enjoy coming home and seeing is going to help you when you go to sell that house, because number one, the rate of return on that is much higher than most other projects you could be doing. And just quite frankly, it's that curb appeal. When you're walking up to the house for the first time and you see an old beat-up door versus seeing a beautiful new door with art glass in it and a beautiful wood look to it, you're just going to find more people interested in that property. We're interested in paying the price you want to charge for that property. So, it's my feeling that, an entry door is a really great place to invest in your home for what you get back out of it.
Absolutely. And, if it is time to replace your door, we've got amazing financing options. We have some really nice specials running for April right now. We have friends and family pricing running for the whole month. We also have no payment, no interest financing currently running as well, and we have a number of different options. So we can help you get to the finish line when you do think it is time to start looking at a new door. So anything else that really sticks out to you if you want to tell people who are thinking about a new door or are just interested in doors?
One of the things that I do like about the manufacturer that we use for our doors, HomeGuard, as we've talked about in previous episodes, they also provide us with, they're one of our main window manufacturers, and provide us with some really, really great window products. And what's nice about the HomeGuard window and door is they are available in the same exterior colors. So if you're looking to coordinate your door with your windows, that's something that's kind of unique. And we like being able to offer that to our customers.
Something else that's nice about the HomeGuard door is that it does have a lot of people pair their door with a storm door. And what a storm door can sometimes kind of do is obscure the view of this beautiful new door you just put in. And so HomeGuard has a much lower profile on their storm door frame, so it reveals a lot more.
You can actually get their storm door stained to match the entry door.
Exactly. So, there we go.
Which just makes it look like it just sort of disappears into the door, which is really cool. And taking that a step further, not only can you, I just lost my train of thought.
Security door? I
don't know. Oh, yeah. In addition to it, the other thing, let me stop there to just sort of give it a clean break. But one of the other things that's really nice about the storm door that we can get from HomeGuard, aside from the fact that it can be stained to match the door, is that it's a welded product. Most storm doors are fastened in the corners with mechanical means, screws, nuts, bolts, and over time those kinds of things sort of work their way loose. And that beautiful new storm door that you just spent money on, that you just had installed, a couple of years down the road really isn't going to operate as well. With the HomeGuard storm doors that we sell, and this is totally unique in the market, they have a welded aluminum storm door. So that corners of that product are not going to fail. The door is going to continue to operate correctly for you year after year after year. And that really does set it apart from pretty much any other product that's out there in terms of a storm door that a customer could pair with their entry door.
Yeah, a storm door can be an afterthought to some people, and with HomeGuard and with us, it's not. It's something that's going to complement. And we've all been out to the HomeGuard plant before as well, and so we've seen these doors get manufactured, and it's really cool to watch. They hand stain their doors. We get to watch them weld the corners, and we'll probably reach out to them eventually, and maybe we'll do a little road trip and do a Measure Twice podcast on the road sometime.
Well, Nick's coming in a couple of weeks. Maybe I'll just make him jump on one, here.
There we go. There we go.
But you're right. I mean, it is in many cases it's an afterthought. But with HomeGuard and their products that we offer here exclusively in Pittsburgh, the storm door is in and of itself a really great addition to the project.
Great. I think that about does it for doors. Like Jeff said, I think one of the big things about doors is that you will not only see a return on investment more than most jobs that you can do on your house, but I think it'll make you love your house just a little bit more when you come home.
You'll see that return, but you'll also see that door every day when you get home.
Yep.
And I think that's one of the things that makes it a project that really stands out.
Yeah.
I would hope that if anyone is listening here and considering a door, give us a chance to take a look at it, because we'll show you some really neat stuff.
That about does it for doors. So thanks again for joining us here on the Measure Twice Home Improvement Podcast by Legacy Remodeling. And we'll see you next time. We'll be talking about siding.